Welcome back. Welcome back to the Schoolboy football program. Light. We're going for me light. Now, waste no time. We'll get straight into the meat of the matter. Yeah, so we have some things to discuss today. We now waste no time. We'll get straight into it, people. Straight into it. But first, let's go over to the Twitter page. Schoolboy. Let's look at the updates that were dropped today. We don't necessarily have to do this, but I just wanted to do it. Yeah, there's not much here, but big up. Thank you everyone who's coming in. Good evening. Del Joe, Maureen McLeod. Maureen, you're always up on the Facebook. You can't come over to the YouTube. Can't you come over to the YouTube, Maureen? Well, always I beg you, please come over to the YouTube. Would really appreciate it. But as I said, big up Evan Brian. Yeah, so Maureen, the link you can look into the Facebook. You're gonna see it in the description. But definitely, we have some good matchups for you today. Me can't show it early one time. When we get tonight, I take it off right. So when we get tonight. All right. So, people, thank you very much again for joining. Tonight's show, we have a good show planned for you guys. Gonna give you guys updates and preview to the next set of games that we have coming up. See, Errol Sinclair start. Oh God, Errol. Come on, Errol, man. Make it think flow now. We know what I got. Make it think flow. But guys, please remember to smash the like button. Draco said, "Oh, the Ochi match go." Fully Mighty said, "Up." Hey, people, we're not gonna know everything. We're not gonna get every details. Just make sure to smash the like button. Come over to the YouTube channel. Smash the like button at the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel name is Jamaican Schoolboy Football. That is the YouTube channel name. If you look on the top of the Facebook link, you'll see two links. You can go over to them, any one of them. First one, just hit the first one, preferably. That is the official website for the Schoolboy Football. So let's get cracking. As you know, we have to start off with the less games played, which are the Manning Cup. Manning Cup always play less game, people. So you don't know, so that's how we start. They played less games, so we started the Manning Cup. Get it out of the way. You have people like Onilo always concuss. So how long me I spent on the country school? I see it though, him not early. Gold Jam, big up. So let me give some shout out to some people in the chat. Del Joe, big up. Maureen McLeod, big up. Evan Brian, big up. Gerald Bailey, massive respect. Diana Brooks, big up as well. No, Dana. Why I said Diana? Dana Brooks, big up. Draco, Fully Mighty, and Gold Jam. Kevin Lunan, Jermaine Robinson, Audience CJ Dixon, big up. So it was the next time started the D Cup. Earl. The D Cup, a whole per gameplay for the D Cup, Lots of gameplay for the D Cup. So normally best if we start with the less games them first, then we move to the more populated. Yes, people are gonna say, boy, because they know say me a countryman and this and that. So Kevin Luna said, Margaret still alive. Well, so I could scroll go up now, no? We're gonna scroll up. We're gonna go straight into the Manning Cup. So just a few games for the Manning Cup. These games played today, Wednesday, the 1st of December, 2021. People, it's going to be a new year soon. Everybody who watch this, sad to say, but not all. You guys are getting old. Sad to say. Don't feel no way about it. Just the reality. You guys are getting old. That is the reason why you guys love Schoolboy Football, because it gives you that young feeling. It gives you that you remember back in the days when you were there and the excitement. It gives you that feeling. Me young. Me young, so uno all are me young. So it gives you that excited feeling, that drive, that little adrenaline rush of the schoolboy days when you were playing schoolboy football or when you were participating, when you were in and around the squad, moving to places, traveling the squad, going all over Jamaica and watching the team play. It gives you that feeling there. But sorry for uno all. I accept that. I say go. But guess what, now, people? We love this. We love this. We want to see what our school is doing. We want to see what our school is. Gerald Bill said, yeah, dash word for me. No, Gerald. That'll be a dash word for everybody. But thank you, people. Thank you guys for coming in. Really, really respect it. So let's get straight into it. So these are the games we have at hand. These are the games we have at hand. Let me see if we can zoom it. All right, so I try zoom it so that it look quite clearer. Make it look clearer. So we have Jonathan Grant defeating Tivoli. Now, me not lie now. Last night we run through this, Most of us, both on the panel, which was me and Fabian on the panel, we actually all right, so Fabian just let me say next 15 to 20 minutes. All right, no problem, bro, no problem. Take your time, definitely. Take your time. All right. So we when we run through the setup, when you run through the setup, we look on the Jonathan Grant and the Tivoli fixtures, and we said based off the fixtures was set up, we had it in mind that the Tivoli team would have gotten the job done. That's what we believe. We honestly believe that, because not to say that Jonathan Grant is not a good team, but in regards to how would I put it now? Consistency. We saw more consistency from Tivoli. That is the reason why we upped and went for Tivoli. But guess what? Jonathan Grant did so well, and they hit them with a Bob Marley, a one love. Bob Marley, one love. Javon Roden said, Odian Stets win 3-1. Cecile Anthony Williams, big up. Charles Smith is his team for beat. Theodore Martin said, Ochi wrote your match go. Soon get to that, Theodore. Good evening as well. Audience CJ Dixon at 11 points sets on. So where that come from if they win? All right, so then now move to the next game. We have Clancarty versus Papine. This was the bottom of the table clash. So not much in that. And we did say that Clancarty would get the win because Clancarty actually conceded less goal. So we say it's either a draw or one goal or something like that, because the amount of goal they concede. So, and that game actually went the direction and in how both me and Fabian predicted it. So definitely. So let's move now to the next game, which is Bridgeport versus Kingston Technical. Now, we all saw the direction this game was going. Kingston Technical, they're doing a wonderful job right now. A wonderful job. Bridgeport got the opportunity to jump on 7 points, but they just couldn't get it over Kingston Technical. Kingston Technical is at the top of the table now on 12 points. They were on 9 points. Jamaica College is on 10 points. Charlie Smith is on 9 points. So Kingston Technical is actually on the top of the table, relatively comfortable, conceding 3 goals. Still keeping that strong defensive solidity. So that I would say that game went as we would have expected it. So the next game we had was the Noon versus Stats. And this game was actually the Noon versus Stats. I would say that this game got just in a card, and so the group. Stats is actually in 5th, Denoon is in 7th, and Denoon conceded a total of 26 goals in 6 games, averaging 4.5 goals per game, I would say, or 4.1, 4.2 goals per game. That's a lot to concede. That is a lot of goals to concede. That's what Denoon is going on. So, relatively push stats onto 17 goals goal tally, but I'm not sure if it's enough. I'm definitely not sure if it's enough, but we expected. That's the result that we predicted. So Denoon defeating Stats defeating Denoon 6-0. Then you have Eki versus Oze. Eki versus Oze. Eki Oze. Eki Oze. Hey. You can imagine Eki Oze. All right, so Excelsior defeated Oze Marty 6-0. Now, I'm being honest, this is not surprising to me. Oze Marty is at the bottom of the table. Both Oze Marty and Denoon, they're at the bottom of my table. They're struggling. Oze Marty still not score a goal yet. I don't know what are they waiting on to score a goal, but I know they can't score a goal. It's rough. rough. And that not look like it's going to come again. I think that is it for them. So goal on the table. Look like I hit that to Oze. Look like I hit that to Oze Marty. Sorry. Let me read a few more. I'll read a few more comments. Mark A said, good show. Big up Mark A. Jeremy Robinson, that was a surprising result. Coach Wade is working his miracle on Jonathan Grant. Yeah. It was I wouldn't say surprising. Because remember, Jonathan Grant is in amongst the top of the table, Jonathan Grant is in amongst the top of the table since for a good while now. So I wouldn't say that it's surprising. It's just that Tivoli, it was between so the 5 schools are, even Diego is slightly inside that. Camperdown gone. Camperdown gone. So in the middle of that we have Excelsior, Jonathan Grant, Tivoli, Stats. So these are even San Diego. These are the schools that are in a close proximity of each other in regards to points. So from 11th to 6th, the goal difference is 3 points. From 11 to 6, the goal difference. No, from 2nd. Why did I say 11? From 2nd to 6th, the goal difference is 3 points. Sorry about that, people. Because we look at 11 points. Goal difference. So Excelsior is on 11 points. Jonathan Grant is on 11 points. Tivoli is on 10 points. Stats is on 9 points. And San Diego is on 8 points. So just 3 points separating the teams. So Evan Brown said, which one of the teams you're carrying? Charlie Mott, me bring you up. Yeah, countryman. Phil Jones, big up. Good old days, Cornell College, only 2 appearances I got, but was the time of my life. You see? Phil Jones gone right back in Phil Jones, where gone back into 1962, though. 1962, Phil Jones gone back to. And Ronaldo Rankin said, Sets draw 3-3 after leading 2-0. Can you imagine? All right, so we have Carlton Dunbar said, Charlie Smith. I big up JN the sports, massive respect. Checking in. Kevin Palmer said, Dintil at them. All right, so we're going over to the DaCosta Cup. Oh, give me a second, people. My apologies. Whew. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get back on track. People. All right, so we're going to move over now to the DaCosta Cup. We're going to the DaCosta Cup, where most of the games are played. Yeah. The reason why DaCosta Cup is like this now, because a lot of games playing at DaCosta Cup. So got you see, enough gameplay today, people. Enough. All right. So DaCosta Cup 2021 match day, Wednesday, December the 1st, 2021. We're gonna run through it. Now, it's a pity that I can't remember all the predictions them. So we have up top Mr. Lambert, Coach Lambert, finally conceding a goal. If you like saying we don't go the entire season and concede a goal. We don't know how he want that. He want to go the entire season. Why I'm not conceding a goal? Coach Lambert, say go, you have to concede a goal. At least you're comfortable, really comfortable. So hats off to you. Hats off to you. You're comfortable on the top of the table right now. I try to bring up the table at the background. All right, so Manchester is on 13 points. 13 points. Goal differential is 23. Can you imagine? Scored 24 goals and concede 1. Nah lie. Hats off to you, coach. Hats off to you. Doing a very good job. I'm being honest. Let me run through a few more of the comments. Carlton said Charles Smith, until everyone brought it Clarendon College on my side. Stephen Maxwell said, what's the score on Charlie and Grant? We will get to that. You will see it quite soon. You will definitely see it. Fabian said, bro, sets beat BB Cook 3-0. Yes, I'm 3-2. Yeah, because we know the issue, the whole issue. Everybody that run with it. Yeah. Big up Jamaican Schoolboy football in the comment section. Again, games ended sets 3. So Stats got away with that one, but we'll get to that one. We'll definitely get to that one soon. I think we'll get to that one soon, I believe. Yeah, we'll get to that one soon. So we don't necessarily have to run. But the website is not updated as yet. Definitely, it will update it. All right, so let's get to let's move away from that. We have Cecile Anthony Williams said factor non-verbal. Yeah, didn't tell. I don't know, so man. Oh, no, so didn't tell people enough, so. George GCG Gooden, please update the correct point standard for the Group C of the DaCosta Cup. Stats is on 13 points in lead. Let's see. Okay, we'll do. Yeah, Stats is on 13 points. They should get 2 more points. Goal difference should be adjusted as well. But we'll get to that. It's pity. It's so sad to see BB Cook struggling. But I will get to that, people. I will definitely get to that. So let's run through it. So Manchester, let's finish, people. Let's finish. A lot of technicalities going on right now, but we can start that out quite soon. Dalton Wright said Dintil technical high all the way. Kevin Palmer said Stats 132 just saw Coach Rambo on doing an interview. Okay, yeah. Gerald Bailey said Chester Pow. And Brandon San, that Stats game is incorrect. It's actually 3-2 in favor of Stats. Yeah. What do you think, Jeremy Robinson said? What do you think of Manchester's chance of winning it all? Manchester do have a strong chance of winning it all. I definitely wouldn't say that, because if you should look at the results that they're pulling in, you can say that they're in good form. Now, the problem is this now. In schoolboy football that I've get to realize over a time period, the further they get into the knockout stages, in deeper into the competition, the more dominant schools are the schools with the history are the ones who actually stand tall at the end. Normally, historical, the regulars, you will see fight battling at the end. That's the unfortunate part about it. You're lucky said we have to wait until second round to see if Chester really are gone. Exactly. Ocherius really lose to McGrath, they will progress though. No. If Ocherius progress, Charlie won't not go progress. I'm meaning that. Theodore, me a bun bad lamp for Ochi. Me a bun ball of what Charlie won't go through. Me have my personal feelings, no, man. Me have my agenda, you know. I am here as an analyst and also as a fan. But if Charlemont does not deserve to go through, definitely Ochi will go through. George Gooden said, last night y'all said we're back in BB Coke over sets. Told y'all I'd be back to laugh. Yeah, man. Yes, George. George said, every year Manchester hot and boil out in the latter end. Not worried about them. Earl Sinclair said, good form is not decided that the group stage is true. I totally agree. Good form is not decided at the group stages. All right, so let's move now to the rest of the games. We have St. Mary facing off against Dintil. Dintil doing what is needed to be done that's in zone H, which is defeating the team at the bottom of the table by 2 goals to nil quite comfortably. Dintil is still yet to concede a goal. Dintil is the only school in the DaCosta Cup who's yet to concede a goal. The lowest goal average against is actually Dintil. Then we have Manchester with 1. Then we have teams like Lennon with 3, and we have Garvey Massey with 2 also. But those are the teams who are predominantly, in regards to defensively, looking extremely solid. And that's good. That's really, really good in all aspects of football. So let's move to the next one. Now we have Monroe versus Lacovia. I believe that, didn't we went for Monroe? I think we went for Monroe in this one. No. I'm trying to remember, but I believe that we went for Monroe. Yes, we went for Monroe because Monroe was at the top of the table and they look really, really good so far in regards to consistency. Now, this Lacovia game, I would definitely say would be an upset. This definitely would be an upset. And that actually stalled Monroe on 12 points, while Lacovia drew closer on 10 points and sets on 13 points after they defeated sets on 13 points after sets. Hold on a sec. Yeah, on 13 points. That's after sets defeating BB Co. But this group is actually a really tough group, extremely tough. The only team in this group who's not doing well is Mount St. Joseph, and they've conceded like 36 goals so far in 5 games. I don't know how, but that not sound good. All right, so it's a tough group, really. Big up KD and Forbes. This group is so tough, man. This group is so tough. So we have Stats at the top of the group on 13 points. We have Monroe on 12 points. We have Lacovia on 10 points. We have BB Coke at 8 points. And it's sad to say because I was one of the persons who saying that pushing BB Coke, verbally pushing them, saying that they will do well. And it's just sad that they really watered down like that. They are on 8 points though, while in 4th position, and Magati is on 7 points in 5th position. So Mount St. Joseph is yet to pick up a point. And if Mount St. Joseph can create an upset, man, and mash up at top of the table. Cheese. Chai. Chai. BB Coke, sorry. BB Coke on 7 points. My bad. Oh, needs to be adjusted. 7 points. Sorry about that. So let's look at the next game. Definitely after I'm done run through the people, after I finish running through the games, I will definitely run through the group stages. So don't worry about it. We'll run through the groups so you guys can see what's happening. All right, so let's go. All right, so moving on from that fixtures, we have Garvey Massey defeating Foga Road 4-0. And I believe that we predicted that something like this would happen. Garvey Massey looking good, dominating their group as well. Fogar Road, not much of a consistent team, are even consistent enough to challenge Garvey Massio, because Garvey Massio is looking formidable at this moment. They're in 18 points at this moment. Fogar Road is on 6 points. You'd have to multiply Fogar Road points by 3 to get Garvey Massio. So Garvey Massio is looking really, really good. Top in the group comfortably. Yet to lose a game. Not even draw. 6 wins. Goal difference 16. That's actually like, ooh, that's good. That's really, really good. After admire those points standing. Almost averaging like 2.5 goals per game. That's good. That's good from Garvey Massio. Solid so far from Garvey Massio. We have Greenpan versus Mannings, where Mannings defeated Greenpan 4-0. And also another I would say another result that would definitely say is expected, because Mannings is playing quite well. Mannings is at the top of the table. Greenpan at the bottom of the table. Mannings is on 13 points. So that is also one that would expect. And it goes just as though we predict. That one went just as though we predicted. Irwin versus Spot Valley. Irwin versus Spot Valley. Why? Yes, I think this went as though we predicted. We said that this one would be a close game. We said that this would be a close game, but we tipped it to Irwin, and just as though we tipped it to Irwin, Irwin actually got those points. So hats off to Irwin defeating Spot Valley 3-0. Next game we have Frome versus Petersfield. Another tough game. This is definitely another tough game. Two teams quite close to each other. Frome was on 8 points. Petersfield was on 7 points. No, Frome was on 9 points. My bad. Petersfield was on 7 points. We tipped it for Frome to get the win. And just as though we tipped it, that's how it went. So our predictions are relatively going okay so far. I like that. I really like how the predictions are going. So let's move to the next one. We have Alston versus Ormwood. And we all know this didn't pan out. All of us know how this this one is the pan out. And right here, so Ormwood just a stack up, and it starts them. When you call it stats pad, there is a stats pad. A pad up the pan, it starts them scoring 7 goals. Yeah. Alston, new team. Didn't expect much. Don't expect much from them, but definitely I see where that one went. Let's move to the next one now. We have Ocherios versus Magrat. Now, this game is one game that I am happy about. I never knew that I'll be so happy with Magrat. With Magrat winning a game. One of my rivals winning a game. I never knew I'd be so happy with Magrat. Okay. Fabian, check your WhatsApp, Fabian. Fabian, I send the WhatsApp link, man. I send the link, Fabian. Check your WhatsApp. Check your WhatsApp, please. All right, so Louis Mullins, folks, is watching. Thank you for coming in, Louis Mullins or Louis Folks. Thank you for coming in. One done said, I watched Ray Thomas today. In bad, skill, fast player, and vision. You need to next Leon Bailey interview him. Remember now, he was on the show the other night. He came on the show the other night. So we have Fabian coming on. Let me put in the earphone. Big up, Fabian.
Big up everybody. Big up military.
The results them basically got most of the results them go as though we predict. But
Yeah,
We reach at the right one. Because you said coach race now. Even though you didn't end up going with me, but initially you said coach race would get it. Look at that. Would you say this is an upset? McGrath defeating Ocho.
Wait, McGrath defeat Ocharius?
Yes. 3 goals to 2.
Whoa.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
sir. That. I was leaning towards Ocharius, but then because of Charlie Mount, because of you and Charlie Mount, you make me change and go with McGrath.
I
So,
like that.
so thanks for that one there. I was thinking Ocharius had this one, but because of you make me change my mind and it work out. So McGrath 1-3-2. A lot of good games played today. Majority of the games, they went as we predicted. We had a few 1 or 2 upsets there, but nothing major. So that means we're on the ball as it relates to analyzing the games and understanding what the teams are about.
I think there's one more game that we never get correct. Oh, the Monroe Lacovia. We miss the one there. We lose up on the one there.
Yeah, but in our defense, remember we did say that all the games in that group are like derby games, so they can go either way. So even though and we got the BB Court game wrong, Stets beat them 3-2. I remember I remember someone in the comments saying last night that when Stets win 3-1, I'm going to come and laugh at you guys tomorrow. I'm hoping that he's watching. I'm hoping that he's watching tonight.
Let me find him in comment. In comment to the man. I'm hoping that go. Let me see if I can find a comment. Wait, that's so much comment. Me can't find a comment.
See him there.
Yeah. Last night y'all said you're back in BB Coke over. Told you I'll be back to laugh. Yeah, and come back.
Yeah, big up yourself, George Gooden. I realize he's still in the comment section. Big up yourself. That's what football is about. That was the game that, remember, we were saying that this would probably be the game of the day. The big game, and it so turned out to be the big game of the day. States leading 2-all at halftime. BB Coke coming back to be 2-all. States leading 2-0 at halftime, and then BB Coke coming back to equalize in the second half, and then States finding that late winner. I am sure that was a really, really good game today.
And again, good for my heart,
So big up yourself, George Gudu. Big up yourself.
Yeah, back your team,
Yes, that's very good that you back your team despite what we were saying, and your team come out trumps today. So I hope States can push on now and go far in the competition.
Boss, back in team and get the results we want. All right, so the comments. Boss King said Boss King States actually won that game. Because just updating the stats, just if the numbers need to update. That you said. People, please. I would advise you guys to smash the like button. We have a lot of people on the Facebook watching from the Facebook. I would definitely appreciate it if you guys come over to the YouTube channel and join on the YouTube platform. That's what we're pushing for, people. So let me go to the next game now. We have. Oh yeah, we never finished now. We never touched. We never completed. Yes. So you were back in Ocho, and I said, boy, for the sake of Charlie Mount, me back McGrath, even though I'm a rival. Even though I'm a rival, for the sake of Charlie Mount, me back my rival. Can you imagine? It bad when you have to back a rival. To get a result, to benefit you, you gone bad. So this put Charlie Mount in a comfortable set because Charlie Mount will be playing. I think we'll be playing. St. Mary. I think we'll play or Yorkcastle. Between St. Mary and Yorkcastle. But definitely, I'm looking forward to see something good from that one.
So that seems it will be the two that normally come from that group. Then that seems like
Charlie Mount,
Dintil, Charlie Mount again. So as the competition, you realize. I hope the person who's watching realize that as the competition progresses, then the teams that normally do well in most of the zones are the teams that are performing better now and heading to the top of the zone. But Charlie Mount still have a long way to go, man, because Ocherius has Charlie Mount and Ocherius are the same number of points and McGrath. So that group is still wide open. Dentil qualified already from before this game that played, this round of games. So you have Ocherius, Charlie Mount, McGrath, all can qualify. Brownstone just the same. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams right there that can qualify with one game left to play.
Ooh.
So it
Nail
should
biting
be.
stuff, you know.
Yep, nail biting stuff. And again, if Ocherius wins, Ocherius will advance.
Why not kill vibes still, no, man?
Nah, it's just the superior goal difference. Ocherius goal difference is 8, and Charlie Mount have 1. So
yeah, no look good. All right, so I'm gonna move to the next one now. We have Seaford versus St. Thomas Tech. That game that draw 2-2. I think we expected this one. We said this is going to be a close one. No. We did have St. Thomas Tech to beat Seaford.
Remember, this is a playoff game, you know. St. Thomas Tech versus Seaford. It was a playoff game, and they played already. I don't know how the first result.
I remember the first result.
Yeah, but we did pick St. Thomas Tech to beat Seaford. But
I think that result still favored St. Thomas Tech. I would believe it still favored St. Thomas Tech. A loss would be detrimental to them. A lot should be so what they have to do about hope on the results them around them don't go in favor of the other teams them. So that's what they're going to do. Apple Grove versus Port Antonio. Remember we're speaking about Roy Thomas, who came onto the show, said he scored 2 against Port Antonio the last time, and this is another playoff. It's another playoff game. And in the previous game, Apple Grove defeated Port Antonio, I believe, 6-2. The young man named Roy Thomas did say he scored 2 goals, and then someone in the comment section, I think one done in the comment section, and say in play very, very good today again, and he also scored today again. So hats off to you, Roy Thomas. Hopefully you keep up that good work that you're doing, and keep your head down and train hard. And remember, don't forget the schoolwork. That's really important. All right,
I think you got that one spot on. The Happy Grove, Port Antonio. That one, we got that one spot on. That Happy Grove would win again, and they did so 4-1. So it's all in their hands. All they need to do is win the other playoff game, and they're through.
Yeah, they're in good position. They're in really, really good position. So let's move on to the next one now. Ray Bian said Lacovia qualified or not after they beat Monroe today.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Still have one more.
Yeah, still have a little journey to go.
Lacovia will play States over the weekend, and BB Cook will play Monroe. So I think the winner of that Lacovia States game will go through, will advance.
And would I swing towards States, Maybe
you would swing towards States?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Let me tell them let me look at this one carefully. So all right, just tune in for States have 13, Lacovia have 10. Nah, it's done.
Done.
States just need a draw, but in order for Lacovia to advance, they would need BB Cook to beat Monroe. So
yes.
Lacovia still have a chance to advance. However, they would have to depend on BB Cook, who are out of the competition,
to defeat Monroe, who is on the top.
To defeat Monroe. Actually, States is at the top, Remember the scores?
Yeah. States is on 13 points. Why?
States on 13, Monroe 12, Lacovia on 10. So Lacovia can only get to 13. So if Lacovia,
Monroe get complacent in the last game there.
No, I don't think so. It's just that this group, I'm telling you, this group, it's like every single game is a derby game. Lacovia, States, BB Cook, Monroe are 4, Magati. Any team from that zone could cause damage. And that's that they are really good teams. in that zone. So the top 5 teams in that zone can cause damage.
Okay. I see it that way as well. I definitely see it that way because if you look on the point standard, them close enough.
Very close.
Just Mount St. Joseph alone, we're kind of out.
Yeah, and I think it's their first season, and it's a good way to welcome them to the
Cup. Welcome.
Say George couldn't give us an update, and I love this update. Lacovia took 6 points from Monroe, beating them 3-1, then 2-1 today. Yes, I remember that Lacovia was the one that beat Monroe in the first round. So Lacovia look like they have Monroe ticket.
Style of play, our system. Style of play, our system.
I am not sure. But those St. Elizabeth teams are doing well.
So we have Turbo try come on. The man behind the scene. Device not connected. Maybe at first in face I got showing a media, you know, all these years. At first
the man behind everything.
First in face I got show. I think it's soon come up. All right, so we're going to run through the next set of pointers them. All right, so we have the Carteret College versus Christiana. I think this game went as though we predicted it.
Yep.
This game went as though we predicted. Christiana looked quite comfortable. Just right behind Manchester.
Yeah.
So the Carteret College still a struggle, still can't pick up a point, and the game go as though I expect it to go. So I don't see no upset at all right there.
Yeah.
Next game we have Brownstone versus York Castle. Brownstone defeating York Castle. This game is actually a bottom of the table clash, so not necessarily much in it. York Castle was on 4 points. Brownstone was on York Castle was on 3 points, while
3 points. Brownstone was on 4. Yeah.
4 points. Yeah. So there's not much into this in this game. Two teams struggling. This game, I think never predicted it'll be a draw or something like that. But we give Brownstone the edge just because actually they are a point above. So we really relatively look on some of the table and you could tell based off a farm and how the team them pick up points, how the games them are run. Next game we have States 3, BB 2. We just discussed that. And I think we can move past this now because we literally cover it the amount of time because through the amount of mishaps and everybody come with the amount of time we discuss it.
The big game. Position. The big game. Big game, man.
Seth's gone at the top of the group, which is good. BB Cook, unfortunately, I think this is it for BB Cook. Unless it's
this is it for BB Cook, and after opening their account with a 20-0 victory. I mean, if you watch the TV game with BB Cook, the TV game that they played, I don't remember if it's Lacovia that they played against. I think it was Lacovia. You could see the quality in BB Cook, how they play the ball, they move the ball around and all of that. So you could see that they are quality team. I don't know what happened along the way. The first game with Stets, they had a 0-0 draw with Stets. I remember that game. And I expected today's game to be a fight to the finish, and that's exactly what happened. Again, I see somebody in that group said that zone is always, Ricardo Robbins is saying these teams always go hard in that zone. But it's always Stets Lee fighting for the parish when competition gets stiff. So that sounds like a St. Elizabeth person there.
Yeah, because Roro, some would have said Stets and BB Cook is now the new St. Elizabeth Derby.
Yeah.
So them have I think and that's good. That's good. At least you have something to look forward to. But as well him say Ricardo Robinson said that Stets is all the team. Once them come out, they are the one who stands tall stand tall and strong. Because I said it, so once they reach a certain level in the schoolboy football, the team them who are quite used to going to that level region are normally the one who actually progress further. We have Mr. Terence Bowen, the man behind everything, people. The man behind every single thing we see in regards to schoolboy football. First, if it's a show on public TV, national TV. Now, a good thing about it, it's a show on Jamaican schoolboy football, and it's also showing on my platform. On my platform, so by tomorrow, thousands of people are going to see it. So, before we go any further, Mr. Boy, why introduce yourself? Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know what you are, what you're about.
Man, I love football. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you clear.
Yeah, man. I'm a man who love football and passionate about Cornwall College. He's a Cornwall College old boy, straight out of Montego Bay. And that's why the reason we came with this, Where else, Fabian?
You know one college, right?
Yeah, man, you don't know.
All right.
So that means we can just move his schoolboy football and put up a Cornwall College man of them. If we have so much Cornwall College man for anything.
No, really still. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to the masses for the wrong score that we put out earlier today, against the BB Coke and the Stats game. We apologize for that. And we take this thing serious. We've been doing this since 2012. And we always want to make sure we get concise and accurate information out there. And we're very serious to that. And that's why we come out and make sure, apologize to the people. See?
Mm-hmm. Somebody said something. Somebody put something in the comment said, I knew some Cornwall man did a run off the page, The bias is clear. The bias is clear.
No, I mean, Cornwall have nothing to do with it. I mean, we come and we saw the opportunity to do something like this. And we do it. I mean, I said that the bias with it. So I don't know if that person can explain the bias.
You must say when time to put out some results, we not say Cornwall get trashed or we not say nothing like that. Because if Cornwall get beaten, man, we're not gonna like my title,
No, man. You get beaten, you get beaten. I mean, that's how it go.
Yeah, because I'm group, and some judges man in that group. And every time judges get a flag in, me say put up either judges get embarrassed, judges get stunned and something like that. And the man then cuss me. I said, me I go off of them school. I said, no man, don't worry about it, man. The man said, any day, Charles won't get flagged. So what do you want Charles won't get flagged, I tell us to then deal with me away. Then deal with me away. So I'm drop off all the internet issues. Drop off again. And deal with me away for again. But I say go. We see you guys again. All right. So we can run through the rest of the games them now. We have Veer versus Old Harbour. I can't remember how we predict the one in Fabian. I don't remember.
Veer and Old Harbour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember this one either. I didn't remember doing this.
I think we predict Veer for win. We predicted Veer for win because they literally at top of the table. Yes, we predicted Veer for win, but we did say it was a close game. Veer winning it 1-0. Veer's farm look really better than Old Harbour one. So I don't think we'd have gone mad to say Old Harbour. We predicted Veer for win. Whoa, Old Harbour now going to that top. So
that group is done. That group is done and dusted. So
Garvey
Massey and Veer from that group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Mr. Bowen is back again.
Yeah, well, sorry about that, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're talking about tonight.
We have a friend in here. So Marcus Hines said, "Big up Turbo."
Yeah, man, blessings, man, blessings.
Boss King said, Old Harbour is playing a very young team. Yeah. But look, Georges are playing a young team, and nobody now ease up off of Georges. Nobody now ease up off of Neville back. They might beat Neville left, right, and center, and him team young. So I can't give nobody an excuse. I don't think we can give anybody excuse at all. Next year, say some team, the young team, them especially, where them start beat teams on, that's the problem I'm going to lie. That is where we're going to find the problem. All right, so we can move to the next game. Green Island versus Rossies. Fabian, what do you think about the game there? Because to me, not much in the game still, no. Not much at all in the game. This game, this group actually was done and dusted. Rossi's a batter. Never see Rossi's a batter say yet, but rough this year. But what do you think about it?
All right, so Rossi is again many time champions. Only Cornwall College has one more D Cup, DaCosta Cup titles than Rossi's.
Hold on. You have to push that leg. You have to put that leg.
No, I have to tell them that Rossi's is 11-time DaCosta Cup champions in a big school, you know.
Yeah.
And so Rossi's is normally the team that always carry Zone B.
When Rossi's on
And
CC play man trouble.
Yeah, so Rossi is one of those teams that normally you would expect to progress. This year, it seems like COVID and a bunch of other issues affected them, and so they are securing one of the minor spots in the zone this year. But I am sure they will bounce back. Rossi has a football culture, and I am sure they will bounce back. So the Rossi's game today, I think it was fair. It was a fair result. For Rossi's and Green Island, two teams that seem to be struggling this year. So I didn't expect any Rossi's to run away with it either. So it's a fair result.
Mr. Bowen, what do you think about that? I think it's a level-headed result. Both teams splitting, sharing the spoils, getting a 1 point, because both teams are not looking that well.
Well, from season, the Rossi's have not played the best football, which probably tells you that they're not a strong team this year. So they leave it all on the field. And if you can, football is a game you have to win. Get the ball on the back of the net. If you can't score, you're not going to win. And probably it's a chance. Probably it's a thing of young players. I'm not sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not playing good ball, you won't proceed in this, because a very competitive DaCosta Cup year in, year out, and Roshi's has always been there, but not every year you're going to have the strongest squad. And I don't think this year is. I think this is one of them years where Roshi's squad is not that strong.
Okay, I understand. And I share the same sentiment as both of you guys, because we know Rossi's as one of the high caliber schools in the DaCosta Cup football. You always hear Rossi's versus Clarendon College, Rossi's versus Cornwall College, Rossi's versus Monroe. Rossi's, you always hear about these schools. Rossi's is always in the known, in the mention. But this time around, we assume that maybe just a young squad. And as Johnny Brown said, I think the new ISA rule is affecting some of the big name schools. Which one of the rules are you talking? But I think it has a lot to do with like the training. I think it has to do with the training, the old COVID issue. A lot of the teams didn't get the opportunity to put in sufficient time of preparation, because for example, if Fabian, if you're managing, you're the coach with Cornwall, and you have 13 of those players who played previously the DaCosta Cup previously, versus me who's managing, I'm coaching a Charlemont school who's having maybe just 2 players who have played DaCosta Cup before, and all players young. First they're playing DaCosta Cup. If we have vast difference in regards to getting the team ready, prepared, you have players who have muscle memory who can click into that gear, that extra gear right away, versus I would have actually trying to put that memory in their head, and then on game day trying to build them from game on. I think that's a big factor. Would you say that's a factor as well, Mr. Bowen?
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, just put it this way: not every year you're going to have the best team, and that's why schoolboy football is great like this. A couple of years ago, it was George's. 5 years straight, 6 years straight, it was JC, and I mean JC always have a good program going, right? George's have a tough season this year. I mean, man, them get back-to-back 6, and that is that is unheard of. So, I mean, chances are many things affect how they probably deal with their program, but it's best to probably get their coaches on and actually bring them on. Now we'll try to get more people on the program, and see. With regards to the rules, I don't know. I mean, because the guys talk about a particular rule, I don't know which rule I'm talking about.
The one that talk about getting people from
I think
other
I know
schools.
the 3. I think I know the rules, man. It's about the 3 persons only can get 3 transfers coming in and
From
all of
other
that.
schools.
Yeah, but I don't think that really affect the run-ins. What I think though, Johnny Brown, what I think the problem is that time passed where you had certain big name schools like the Russies, the Clarendon College, the Cornwall College. These teams would dominate. And when they play against the other schools would fear them and say would make it easier for them. What we see happening now is that these so-called non-traditional football schools, they are rising to the table. They have no fear now. And these principals and these administrations, they are investing in their sports programs. They are getting proper coaches for their teams. So what you realize now is that it is no longer a competition where you know that, hey, Cornwall, Russies, St. James I, Frome is sure to win. Clarendon College, one of those teams. No, it is open because these so-called small schools are getting better. So they are improving as the years go by, and they will continue to improve. So
Yeah,
it's
so money
good
spent,
for the
right?
competition. Yeah, man, money. Yeah, they're spending money, and in the right way.
Yeah, because not just only spending money. Eh? So the
I mean,
final.
just like anything. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just not run through the final game. I mean, I said the final game will have a St. James versus Malden, and definitely based off of one report I'm seeing on group, somebody speaking about the Malden team. They weren't impressed. They weren't impressed at all with the Malden squad. But Fabian, we did predict that St. James would have won this game. There's not much because both teams are not really advancing. I think this is just a game of pride, I believe. Marlon conceded a lot of goals now. Let me check. I think they conceded significantly amount, 20, and they still not score a goal yet. No,
Again, all right. You see that Marlon team. Marlon is coached by my good friend, a very very good coach, coach at the Premier League level, just the same. I think Marlon is one of the youngest teams in D Cup. They fielded a lot of 14-year-olds, a lot of 13-year-olds, and again to get these players vaccinated, get them across the line to compete. I think they have done well, considering they are not a footballing school. So they are not a traditionally big football school. However, they did well and they did enough to get their players vaccinated, registered, all of that to compete. And I'm telling you, if that crop of players stay together, I can guarantee you that they will start to win games next year because they are very young. And in the game today, it was you could see that they were a bit immature. So the first 10 minutes, they created a couple chances in the first 10 minutes and they had St. James. And then St. James I scored in the 10th minute and then that was it. So once they concede, their heads fall to the ground and then
that's sound like a leadership.
Immaturity. Yeah, it's immaturity because they remember they are 14 and stuff and they are not attending a Cornwall College that know that hey, even if you score 2 on Cornwall College, Cornwall can come back and score 3. So a lot of times it is hard to motivate those so-called smaller teams to perform, especially when they go down. So I think that's what happened with Malden today. And I think it's the same thing that happened with Mount St. Joseph. You realize Mount St. Joseph, they got 20 in the first game and then they came back. They adjusted and they even scored a goal. So they lost the other games 4-0, 4-1. Nobody scored 5 goals on them after. So they took the lesson and they learned. So all of those teams like the St. Mary Tech and all of those teams that entering and might feel hard done, you have to just take your lessons. Take your lessons. Big judges can get 6. So I don't want anybody to feel bad about their school.
Yeah.
Big judges, big Neville Burtis Bell gets 6 and 7 back to back. So I don't want anybody at all to feel bad about their school. It's just we're just glad that football is back.
So emphasize on that. So you send across a message or something? I don't know.
No, I'm just remember Georges is a football school. Yeah. And so if Georges, a big football school, can get 6, that means a St. Mary Tech, who is not a traditional football school, a Mount St. Joseph is not a traditional football school. They are allowed to get their beaten. Just take it and learn from it and come again.
No, Fabian, you can't tell me. You can't tell me none. You are trying to send a message. If you emphasize
Me?
on get beaten, you emphasize on the you emphasize on the beaten.
Hey,
Hey.
military. Me stay in a lane, you know, because can't no look too impressive in front of goal, you know. So right now
Yeah.
that me more worried about that more than Manning Cup right now. I'm more worried about Carnival putting
I,
some ball in the goal
I'll tell them
than
that it's so
anything.
true. Take your beating and
Hey,
come again. Yeah.
we could take some question. We could take some questions. Me see you lucky. I must boy. Me bias toward Corner College. So
Oh, yeah, man.
in post a
The regulars,
comments.
you know. It's a prime example
Yeah.
of the biases yesterday when in a post about Cardinal 125th. Don't see you doing that with no other schools.
If you follow schoolboy football since 2012, we've always put out and say, hey, send us your flyers, send us whatever. So, I mean, this just happened to us out there, and it's the 125th anniversary of the school. So I get the flyer. So, I mean, there's nothing
Put it
wrong with
out.
posting it. So, yeah, so if somebody send me their flyers, send me your flyers. We will get it out. There's more than room enough for anybody, you know, for everybody to share. I mean, this is what this forum is about. Yeah, see, so I mean, no, I don't know bias. Yeah, it might have look bias, yes, but I mean, it's not against your school. I don't even know your school, but against, you know, versus Cornwall College. Just that as a Cornwallian, I have access to it, and we just put it out there. So send us yours.
So you hear that, people? So whenever your school have any flyers in regards to things that are happening, and it would be good if you can use the platform to advertise things that are happening at the school as well. You know, to give the school a larger reach, the school to get a larger reach. Because what I realized, you know, is that what was seen in the school, in the local schools, even the smaller school in the country region, they don't have that large reach in regards to advertisement and those type of stuff. So if we can help out with the schools, you have no problem to reach out to us. I will definitely do so. Only one school I've spoken to so far, and that is actually Edwin Allen. And that is just their Instagram page. I've dialogue with them. But if you guys are at a school in some administrative perspective or region in the school department, you can definitely contact us and we'll see what we can do. We'll definitely see what we can do. Boss King said military at the same time, that makes development better because those same players will play under 16, under 14, and get more playing time. In regards to the young team, the usage of the young team, that's matter about.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. You start them young, so they will get more playing time playing DaCosta
Together.
Cup under 16, under 4. I don't want him say me bias, but if you remember the guest for the Cornwall game yesterday, Kamali has been playing the cup from he was 15. So he was still able to play in the under 16 competition and play the cup. And if I remember correctly, Duncan McKenzie, who is the captain of Jamaica College right now, he started playing Manning Cup at 14. And he's now their captain and leading Jamaica College. So it is good when you have the youngsters out in their DaCosta Cup teams from a tender age. Again, I saw JC post another 15-year-old that they played. William Nib gave a 14-year-old
William
Look
a
at shot
chance
man
to
there.
play. Yeah.
Look
So
at shot man.
again,
pause.
it is good that these schools are giving the youngsters a chance to play from 14, from 15, and it will only benefit them in the long run.
Yeah, we try to feature them as much as possible because I actually just pull that picture from the Williams Instagram page and post it. And boy, the amount of feedback we get from it, I mean, it was rather encouraging still. If you're a 14-year-old, really play a D Cup, and I mean, William did say he was probably their best player in the park in that game. So, I mean, it's a youth movement, and we are all about the youth.
Yes, one time I played D Cup, there was a youth on the squad named Michael Earth, 13-year-old, big enough man, like him born my 100 pound. Him born 100 pound, man big. But the man at 12, you know, just a giant grade 7. Now say man bigger muscle, and the man have more muscle than me, you know. Bigger than me physically, you know. And the man play D-Cup and I'm at 13. So it's when he going under 13, the amount of background check what they do on him. When I play under 14, under 16, the amount of background check what they do on him. People are saying, no man, this man, just like the Cardinal College keeper, but right now look like him a big man. If you go look walk, I look old. But I say that, and I feel like said as somebody said in the comment section yesterday when I wanted to watch along, said some of these players are actually smaller than previous players. Because at my time, most of food players most of us like 5'9", 5'10". So you know so that a big smarty. So me a shave, me a grow beard and a shave from in a grade 8. So you can know me looking at school. And the teacher then see me I walk past me and say, good morning, sir. All right. O'Neal, yes man. O'Neal late. O'Neal arrived late. O'Neal's arrived, that's something late. Yes man. They get too much trouble. O'Neal said, so if we are to follow Fabian philosophy, Mona Sue take Manning Cup every year. Yeah,
Me can defend myself. No, I am not going to say that they will win Manning Cup because, all right, yes, as a coach, you will spend hours and hours training a team. I remember you're dealing with boys, teenagers, who the night before the game, they might be in arguments with them girlfriend, with them parents. So you don't know, you can practice. And on game day, they go on the field and do something completely different. I'm not saying Mona will win the Manning Cup. But if Mona continue on the trend that they are setting now, they will be competing for Manning Cup. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that Jamaica College will win the Manning Cup every year because Jamaica College has a very good program. But you realize every single year, it doesn't matter how slow JC start, Jamaica College is always in the running for Manning Cup. So remember, only one person can win. But you want to be competing. You just don't want to be participating in the competition. You want to be up there fighting the JC, the KC, the Georges, the Wolmers, all of those teams. Especially now when some of them don't have any team. I'm really loving Kingston Tech, how they are playing. I really love how Kingston Tech taking it to these big teams. Because when I get a chance to beat a big team, you take it. So I really love how Kingston Tech dealing with Manning Cup right now.
I agree. So somebody actually know who me I talk about, man. See, HDE and Da King said the great Baba. See him one man. Baba, me tell a favor the man born. When man born at a 6 month old baby, it's supposed to be 100 pounds. That's serious. So George Gooden said Seth turned 60 last month. Where do I send in the flyers?
All right, if you're on Instagram, George, send us a DM and we get it. And we
send it to
Stats.
Jamaican Schoolboy Football on Instagram, also on Twitter.
So big up to Stats again, turning 60.
Yeah, man.
Big up to Stats for turning 60.
Again, for the persons viewing, you can just drop your questions. Any questions? I think we're finishing off the first round. Over the weekend, moving on before the night finish. I think we're gonna get some predictions from Mr. Boyna, military himself, and for both Manning and DaCosta Cup. Now that we have seen everybody play at least four games, so you can drop your predictions in the comment section. Send in your questions. Send in your comments. You can even put which school you're repping, all of those things.
All right, so the last set of games we're gonna finish on the 6th. All right, so we can run through them. I think we can run through them. All right, so we could start it. So we're not gonna have no games will be played tomorrow. No Manning Cup game will be played tomorrow. The next set of games will be Friday, right? Oh, at least we can get a breather tomorrow.
A breather tomorrow. we have a preview Friday game them tomorrow.
Friday game.
Yeah.
All right. No, but these are the Friday games. We're gonna run through now. You want to leave it till tomorrow?
Leave it till tomorrow, man. See, we have persons there talking
run some
about
questions
their schools. Yeah.
And look through the group stages. And look how the group set up. Let's go till tomorrow evening. All right. So Sheldon Green said, what about Clarendon College match? Any info on that? No info on the Clarendon College match? The one of the last match. The one of the
Clarendon
last
College
match.
played yesterday,
Yeah,
and Clarendon College beat I wouldn't be Claude Mackay 16-1.
16-1.
Yeah, they beat 16-1.
16-1. So Sheldon
Yeah,
Green
well,
then beat Claude Mackay 16-1 yesterday. You don't call that beating?
Yeah, I mean, they had a target because Eddie Allen beat them 11, so they had a target going into the game. So their aim was to outscore Eddie Allen, and it paid off because now they are second in the group. They are second in the group behind Lennon and goal difference.
The reason I say beating, is because one time you're a group, right? And you're young and you're grow, you have your parents they use a belt. Your mother use a belt and beat you. No, when it pass, so yes, when it pass 6, when it pass 5, me feel like a thump up you reach.
You say it wasn't a beating.
And a beating sound delicate. Beating sound kind of delicate-ish. He come like you reach the level of thump up now, a physical fight. that come like a beat up again. Yes, one time I'm young, my one cousin, I'm very, very good at karate. When you're little kid, you run up and kick and karate and something. And two little, he beat up 2 little boy and turn and beat me up. Because I couldn't fight. It's soft. so there's levels to beat up. All right, so Onion said they have a lot of young guns. I think they might talk about whose school you cover last? Whose school? Okay, so Basking said
Onion. I think Onion was talking about Mona. I think he asked the question about Mona.
Yeah. Okay, so Basking said out something.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
Also, Mr. Bowen, I like how the Manning Cup and D Cup start at this time, and under 16 and under 14 will start next year. It helps development in Jamaica.
All right, okay, guys. Keep one thing in mind. We not nothing to do with this. We only report on the games. So yeah, it's good at start, but that's all on Issa. Issa did all of this. We just report. We are a private entity that love football. I want to share. So
And gives you news. That clear. Yeah. Desmond Linton said in Manning Cup, big up my cousin, Coach Fergie. Continue, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah, man. So first of all, it have nothing to do with me or Jamaica Schoolboy football. That's all on Issa. So big up to Issa then to make sure that you're happy with that.
All right. So O'Neill said, so hold on there. In back in my days, 12, 13, and 14 year old was playing Colts football. Is that not around anymore? I think that, of course.
Yeah, man, it's still around. Yeah, man, it is.
The break.
They're still having it. The last time we had full competition, they had both of them. So it's still around. It's just that normally what these schools are doing now, when you have a 14-year-old that is performing above average, you wouldn't want him to be performing with your Colts team or your under 16 team. You want him to be performing with your D Cup team, so he will grow and get better for future. So they still play them there, but they can play in the competitions.
Agree. O'Neill said the sun catching high meeting there. Yeah.
Big up St. Catherine High. Big up St. Catherine High. Have a deadly forward. Big up St. Catherine High. Again, St. Catherine High. Big up the coach at St. Catherine High. Just the same. Very good coach. St. Catherine High, I'm expecting them to do well this year in the Manning Cup, and they look good so far.
All right. Upbeat Boss said, who is the favorite for DaCosta Cup? So, Mr. Bowen, may I start with you first? Who I think are favorite?
Mercy.
Bridget, why you have to come with me with that, Bridget? I mean, you want to keep them compete. I mean, just remember, you cannot deny the heart of a champion. And Clarendon College has been playing, great football for the past 2 seasons. And they're defending champions for a reason. I mean, they have a good program going out there, good coaching staff. So, I mean, I still like how them look. They fought along the way against a tough Glenmuir side. But see, at the end of the day, I think Clarendon will still come out and still make noise. So I mean, me I call it. I mean, Carmel College man, they might look for me and say, "Yo, you eat that man." But, no,
Tell out.
but you have to call a speed. And I may be wrong, and me are the first one to say, "All right, if me wrong, me wrong," and that's how we see it.
You still not say it.
William never play good too, but
You still not say it, you know.
And I think me can't say it. It's too early. I mean,
Then I say, "Oh, I'm going to win," and I say, "Why favorites?"
I don't know. People are saying William Nib, and I'm not sure if they're saying it still since they lose that game, that good match yesterday against Holland, right? Mm-hmm. So William Nib playing good. Definitely can't sleep on Gavri Marcia. Gavri Marcia play some lights out football. Mm-hmm. Who was playing?
Manchester.
Manchester. Oh yeah, can't forget about Court Lambert and them team. But no, but the problem is with Manchester. People always talk about Manchester. Them reach in the advanced round, and then them always get knocked out. No,
always
who to tell that? Maybe this year is their year. Who am I to say anything about that? That's a talk about the historical data. So it's kind of hard to say at this point. So once school start drop, then we probably can narrow it down.
Come in, Fabian. Come in, you love jump on a limb, you know.
Me, I know who is your pick already, you know. But for me, D-Cup is too close. I haven't seen a team that look overly impressive. Even the teams that are unbeaten so far, I still see a lot of flaws in them. Mm-hmm. I still don't see a team that I can surely say that team is the team to beat. There are some teams there that are doing well, but I still haven't seen any there that really stamp them class. You know, it's hard to beat a defending champion. I know Clarendon College will not give up the title without a fight. So for me, I think they are the front runners. So Clarendon College is definitely one of the favorites. Mm-hmm. But also you have Stets. Stets. I don't want anybody to sleep on Stets. Do not sleep on Stets. Stets will cause some problems. And you know I'm not going to leave out my Cornwall College out there. Mm-hmm. If Cornwall College can convert some of those chances that they are creating, they could cause some damage also. And again, you see the number of schools that I am calling, D-Cup is wide open because Mannings look superb. Mannings look really good. Froome also look really good. Mm-hmm. So a lot of teams, William Nib and Dintil looks good. Garvey Marcia looks good. So a lot of these, it's wide open, but I know that Clarendon College is not just going to lay down and give up their title. They will fight. And remember, they have the teacher at the helm. So they will fight. They will fight.
All right, so
what you have?
Me know where I'm coming, man.
Well, on. Me here on the call. Me on the call on Wolper school name and school are going good and historically this or that. No, but one thing I realize about this season in particular is that this season what this season teach me. Preparation wasn't there for many of the schools. Then mentality is not there as yet in regards to the winning mentality. Coaches are struggling in regards to getting the sufficient training session, all them type of something. These are big factors because of the pandemic. That affect whole thing. So if I never feel pandemic, wouldn't have Ross Caesar struggle so. I don't think that's a Ross Caesar struggle so. Clarendon College would have mashed a team easily, all that kind of something there. Yeah, I know they dropped 16, but you see for me, I go for an unknown school now, a school where nobody I expect from them, you know. And the reason I go for this school is because all right, so I go for a school out of my region. I go pretty up it like because on analytical and on fancy on talking since me. Now sir, Dentil I go win it here.
One Dentil. Hey, me say I knew people it was Dentil.
Me just a pray child won't go through, but I Dentil I go win this thing here. You might be right.
Go for
the Dentil bus. I follow back at them. All of them will run me off. I'm a child them up, man. But I didn't till I go with the people. Watch what didn't till one. Well, I'll Manchester are going like in Lambert, are going like on a tough. But no one I can't see no goal. Watch.
All right, so Dentil right now, they're 5-5. Well, win 5 game, draw 1.
Draw 1,
17 goals, and 0 against. I mean, their defensive unit really playing solid. You know, so you have to give them that, and they actually win that zone by miles. I mean, closest team to them is Charlemont and Ocho-Rios. Ocho-Rios is second at 8 points. So I mean, they dominate that. Dominate that.
Mr. Bowen. Mr. Bowen.
Yeah, man.
A Dookie, you know, I run out Charlemont, you know, and Dintil hold them, you know, and flag them, you know. Dintil hold them and flag them, you know. And me talk to because even Sunday me gone me there Barfield and me see 2 ball them come a Barfield. What is that reason? And they must say, boy, the game be rough. They must say when Dintil put the ball upon the ground, they just look on the ball and play on them in the middle. I feel like run like a headless chicken. So yes, half I ball them say. Obviously, me know. And the thing about it now, Charlemont Dintil has been coached by my former coach, Mr. O'Neill Thompson. I coached me that one time I played for Charlemont. He's my first person who made me decide to make me know so I can score some goals. So I know so them have a good coach. I know that they have a good coach. So I go for O'Neill. I go for Dintil. Although I know I'm in school, but I go for them. I know so right now the Charlemont group they might beat me But I have to call a speed. So I say Dintil.
Right, so.
Maybe see some more comments.
Big up Riches and Royalty Sports. Massive respect. Basking said, speaking of thing catching was robbed a goal in the game against Mona.
Oh my God! I mean, we can make that one the pass because about 5 minutes later, Mona were robbed a penalty. So true. I think he cancel out.
O'Neill said St. Catherine beating Wilmot 3-0 tomorrow. Kevin Lunan said it is Charlemont 44th anniversary. Hopefully the anniversary. 44th. I'm gonna check that. Stets have any new shirts this year? No. O'Neill said Friday. Marcus Hines said JC has become a KT beaten stick.
It's 2 back-to-back seasons now, you know. I don't if you remember the last time Manning Cup in the competition, you remember that free kick that the KT keeper scored and JC to beat them? If you remember, 2 times now KT beating JC 1-0, you know. It's the second time in a row. So he has a point.
But at the end of the day, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I understand I must say, can't beat out the heart of a champion.
Yep.
JC have that pedigree playing championship football, especially when it counts. So you have to keep that in mind. I mean,
so Yorkie said you can never sleep on Stets. Them play till them dead. Yeah, I feel like that come from a coach mentality. You know, anytime you see a team play like that, man, that comes straight from a coach. Them kind of mentality there. Sure. Khadija said Manning's nah pass Westmoreland.
Why Khadija said that? Khadija said the football that Manning's is playing right now. Khadija know how Manning's zone set up right now. Khadija, Manning's is top of their zone. Okay, Manning's played 5 games, win 4, draw 1, score 15 goals. So for a team that is at the top of their zone, it look like them already past Westmoreland.
All right, so Lupon, this is a very good question. Who would you say this has been the biggest underdog this season? Start with you know, Fabian.
Give
me both Manning Cup and the DaCosta Cup.
Both Manning Cup. All right, for the Manning Cup, I have 2. I have Mona and Kingston Technical. They are the 2 teams that surprised me this year in Manning Cup. I wasn't sure if Craig could handle the schoolboy football, but he's proving that he's a good coach no matter what level he's coaching at. So Mona and KT for Manning Cup. For the Costa Cup, for me is William Nib. They haven't had a team playing this well in a long time. So for me, William Nib and let me see who else I can say now. William Nib and Christiana. They are doing well, and I didn't expect them to be doing that well so far in the competition.
You know, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Boy.
I'll go with you with that, Fabian. I mean, those teams are, they're a surprise team. But William, they've been working hard. Even, after them call the season last year, the man have been ready. So, sometime, just the anticipation of, playing football and just will always get you ready. And William, they've been playing some superb football. Them get a setback yesterday, which we know they will bounce back. Christian have been playing some good football, yeah. And over in the Manning Cup, Mona kind of surprised me still. And I guess, when you have a man like Craig Butler behind him, and I guess it shows. And Kingston Technical, because Kingston Technical was not one of them traditional schools where always up in the mix. And this year, they might kick out 8. So I'm with you on that one.
Me can't select nothing different. It has to be William Nib to the DaCosta Cup and KT to the Manning Cup. I the most evident and blatant two teams that in regards to how the results them are go and performance. Not only that them are perform well, the results are come for them way. And the thing, you remember Fabian said when I talk about the Mona team and we said them play good, but then the results not come. Anytime you have a team who's playing well and the results not come, eventually the results are gonna start creeping, and that is what they always want. The results them to come in. Jeremy and Robinson said, what year did you play? We asked. Which one we asked?
Me? Me never played the cup.
Oh, you play?
Me never played the cup, boss.
You never played the ball?
Boss, man, I went to Cornwall College in the year when they had Edward Campbell and those players and Francois and Omerai. Me can't make that team, them are you.
I go to the team then go there.
Can't make that team when 6 out of the 11 starters are play for Jamaica team.
So I play 2010, 2009, 2008. 2007 I play under 6. No, 2006 I play under 16. But the first 2 years them poor. I 2 left with my run pan. Not just that one time, Mr. Neely come my school, man. Me decide to him teach me how to me actually relearn. Jeremy Robinson said, my bias is the catching team them. Why? Once we come as then catching, me I tell you the truth. A long time, the school them way down Manchester and them place I will it. Them Chilani and them place a long time, the way down Rough Seas. No, sir. Come cross the waters, man. Pass Flatbridge.
Talking about St. Catherine, my friend Coach Lambert, boy, me trouble Coach Lambert said the only way Manchester seeing the DaCosta Cup is if Clarendon College decide to drive past Manchester Gate. He can't look for it. And this comment from George. Vassar Reynolds is the head coach at Manchester, but Coach Lambert is our friend. He's also coaching there, working with Mr. Vassar Reynolds.
Mr. Reynolds.
And so he is known to us on basically a more first name basis. So you will hear us refer to a Coach Lambert more than we refer to a Vassar Reynolds. But big up Vassar Reynolds again, a big coach doing well at Manchester. And him and Lambert, I see both of them doing well there. But these teams, one coach cannot do the job. So these teams that normally do well have 2, 1, 3 coaches. If you remember, for years at George's, it was Neville and Fuzzy, right? And Fuzzy coaching Waterhouse and coaching assistant coach at George's. So I mean, it's a team effort. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Kimmy Jade Curtis said, it's a game-by-game basis in this D-Cup season. I agree with that. Altia Laban said that I didn't tell you this man. It's King Raj said, my school didn't tell I go win D-Cup. King Raj, my feelings that tell me that, because more of see it coming out. So as well, somebody said a little bias towards the St. Catherine school. Dalton Wright said, a school have to come good for beat Dintel. True, I agree with that. Onion said, a military, I wish upon a star. Stats not support that at all. The stats support it, man. Dintel stats are really, really good. You're lucky said, if Dintel win, then deserve it. Long time they might try. True, agree. Jeremy and Robinson said, Manchester High will win this year, the DaCosta Cup. Now, go see, no? Manchester play good still without a doubt. Results are go for them way as well. Zelem010 said, yeah, but when they fall to Central and Western Jamaica, it's a different story. So I'm not sold on Dintil as yet. True. You're lucky said, if Dintil feels CC, well, Dalton Wright said, Dintil bounce is good in the way they move on and off the ball. Yeah, I'm watching, man. Them play some good football. Davian Martin said, Chester here this year. Tavral said, Lennon. Have Lennon as the underdog. Altia Loban said, I like how you talk the truth. Love it. Big up Dintil all the way. You may say Dintil though, Altia. All right. What's your top 6 team in D Cup? We can't go top 6. When we go to the second round, we can definitely say that. Fabian Littlejohn said, KT will win the zone. So more than likely, JC will meet KC in the second round. We'll meet KT. Okay. JR said, Marlon the worst school in the D Cup. What am I guessing that? JR? Your lucky said, William Need is the biggest underdog. Crystal Image said, see down to the world. Fabian Littlejohn said, KT. JR said, William Need surprised me. Jeremy Robinson, bias the St. Catherine team, LOL. Yeah, little. Just a little bias. He says, Jay Smith said, it's clear you're not following the results this season. May I follow them, man? But me also follow the Dintil result. You know, say them a play good. And me see them a play. All right. Giovanni Armani said Dintil Tech. So me not getting a question.
I see somebody asking about Edwin Allen.
Okay.
Edwin Allen in a tough spot right now, but they can still advance. They are third in Zone E. Edwin Allen third in Zone E.
Mm-hmm.
They're on 10 points with Clarendon College. Lennon leading the zone with 11 points. So again, Glenmore is at 9. So you realize that's a 2-point differential between 4th and 1st in that group, and they are going to have playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So any 2 from those 4 will advance. So Edwin Allen is still in the running to advance to the next round.
Mm-hmm. Final day results again. Another final day result. Tough, really, really tough. What about Ormwood? Javon Fox said, what about Ormwood? And Rasheem Brown said, oh, Magatti doing? Magatti struggling. If we should be really honest. Magatti, I think Magatti has run their race. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're on fifth position on 7 points. They're out of the race in Zone C. It's tough. They can't make it back, man. Magatti is next year again for Magatti. Jason said, was talking about the person that said Manning's not passing Westmoreland. Oh.
That's Khadija.
Yeah, Khadija come with bad. Hey, Khadija wake up in the evening and choose violence. Owen Jenner said, Rossi's disappoint me. Rossi's ever come out of the group. Rossi's ever come out them group. Always come out of them group. Okay. Tavral said Lennon are going to DaCosta Cup this year. If they pass out that group, Tavral, they have to pass out that group. I think that's a big factor. Passing out of the group. Grandmark said, what does Clarendon College want to better their team, you think? What do they need to better their team? Fabian, start off with you. What do you think Clarendon College need to do to better them team?
I think they need to be more secure in defense. They look good going forward, but whenever you attack them, they look like they will concede. If you remember the first game against Edwin Allen that was on TV, every time Edwin Allen attacked them, they looked like they were going to concede. The Claude Mackay team that has been struggling to score goals all season managed to score on Clarendon College.
Could it be the Highline?
I am not sure. I wasn't at that game. I'll do my homework. I can give a more comprehensive answer to that one maybe tomorrow. But for me, I think that's what they need. But you will not find a team now without flaws. It's really how you can play to your strengths to cover those flaws. And they are good going forward. They are a very good attacking team.
Well, if you score 16 goals, then he's in, bro. But I should be a part of that to make at least secure 4 goal. You have anything to say that, Mr. Bowen? What do you think Clarendon College can do to get better?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not all about what they can do better because, as you know, with football, it's all about matchups. Because you might match up good against one team, but in certain positions, the next team, your play is not up to par with that player. So have them whole squad already, and them can't change it. So it's just it's just what team show up on the day. So it's kind of hard for me to say, what can make them better. So I mean, that's the job of the coach and the technical staff to get to his young players and on the day and ask them to produce. I mean, that's how we look on it.
It's all like one type of coach like Oli, I tell the players and say, hey, Jenks are not good enough, go to go roast on leather. You feel me? Not good enough, Jenks, go roast on leather.
Boy, I'm afraid to talk about Manchester United, I really want to touch that topic there tonight. Maybe next week.
Team, boss.
No, me know why me no want. You see what upon my last name? Me really no want to talk about Manchester United because we playing them tomorrow. So tonight is not a good night to trouble Man U. So we just leave them alone.
You can't banter them at all. All right. So Annalie Clayton McLeod said Beyond LC, the teams have one more game on Friday to decide which 2 teams advance. Only Stets are sure to advance right now.
Oh yeah, from that group. So again,
Mike, continue.
That group, Stets play Lacovia, Monroe play BB Coke. In order for Lacovia to go through again, they need BB Coke to beat Monroe, and they have to beat Stets. So Stets sure to advance, and for Lacovia, they would have to depend on BB Coke to beat Monroe. Once Monroe wins that game against BB Coke, if they win against BB Coke, then it's over.
BB Coke a fault at the latter stages,
Yeah, I think Monroe peaking at the right time, but I mean, no harm to them today, So, so I guess it depends on which Monroe sides show up, and the BB Court, I know them come back from International Space Station. The man them take off like a rocket at the start of the season.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Actually, can we miss them? Say what? See them here?
I'm wondering if it's psychology, Turbo. I wonder if it's psychology. You know how these youths are. Winning 20-0, they feel entitled, or they're behaving like they win the cup already. So it was good and it was bad. So it's bad in the sense that they might drop their level, but I mean it's just tough. A lot of good teams right now. See even in World Cup qualifying now. I mean, Italy and Portugal have to play playoffs in order to go to the World Cup. One big team will not make it. So yeah, you have times that big teams don't advance in competitions.
Want Italy make it?
I don't care.
All right. So Mike Hughes Smart said, what do you think of Kingston Technical High versus Calabar? Tough game. That's a tough game. That is a tough game. me can't give no comment on that because
I have my winner for that game, you know.
Hmm?
I have my winner for that game. Yeah.
Who?
Based on reports from
I can assume say a Calabar, but continue.
based on reports from a trusted friend, Mr. Schoolboy Football himself,
Mm-hmm.
I give Calabar the edge for this game. An organized team will beat KT.
Mm-hmm.
KT beat Jamaica College when they were finding their gear. I can guarantee you that if they play Jamaica College tomorrow, it's a completely different game. So I am going to give Calabar the edge for that game. Calabar must win that game. And I think Calabar will come out victorious because they are more organized.
So-
and based on the
hold on.
performance in the last game.
Didn't KT beat Calabar already?
No, that was Kingston High. Kingston High beat Calabar 1-0.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's going to be a tough game, but I expect Calabar has more quality. So once you keep the KT, I'm not gonna call the number. I don't want to give anybody any unfair advantage. Once you keep their star player at bay, then it should be easier for Calabar.
So if Kingston High was struggle, so can manage to get one over Calabar, one fat 1-0, a hot piece of 1-0. A team like Kingston Technical, who is organized, who is playing some good football, you don't think it's gonna be a hefty task, Calabar?
It's a different game, a different day, a different game. Again, you don't know which team will show up on the day. Calabar did not turn up against Kingston High. And if you remember that game, Ainsworth started on the bench and he came on, he came off the bench and all of that. So it's a different day. Calabar just never turn up. And they did turn up in the last game, so I'm judging them based off their last performance.
So judge Kingston Technical after the last performance.
Judge KT off their last performance. KT won 2-0 today, and I mean they left it very, very late to win.
All right.
So again, you cannot do that against Calabar.
All right. It's sound like say. All right. Me want to look at Calabar, look at bias, based off our your reports, Mr. Bowen, what do you think about that matchup?
Well, I mean, I go by historical data. I guess is on Calabar right now. I guess I'm just really get into them groove, but I'm kind of get late for that. And Kingston Technical is no easy, is no pushover side. I mean, look at how them played all season. Of course, it comes to the matchup, but I mean, I'll go out on a limb and say Kingston Technical go beat them.
All right. yeah, talk my language now. You see people. You see everybody in the chat. Mountain looking now. You see, me have two persons on the panel. You see first, and then go in the history, and them look on the stats and the data, and them look on this, and them look on all the shoe size of the players. Them. I saw them analyze game. You see me now. Pure emotions. Just jump off early, man. Say KT are going win it back. KT match that. I saw me did jump off early. KT are going win that, people. Cause me I vote for KT. Want KT win. People, me love underdog story. Me love underdog story. There's nothing gonna love like underdog story. And KT, for some reason, me I vote for KT. Me I vote for William Need, and me I vote for Dintil. Me love the underdog story, and that's what me I push. That's what me I push my narrative. So Fabian can go and talk about him stats and him data and him how teams are winning late in a game, all that kind of something there. Wait, man. All right, so we get that good
question. So that game will be played on December 6th as the last game for both teams.
That's a Monday.
When are the 6th?
That's not supposed to be Monday.
Hey, Miss Maureen, how you do? Yeah, finally get me in.
Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
In Turbo, you have fans in the comments, man. Second time now we have somebody on the program and them have fans,
Wow, yeah, tell you. I mean, me alone, nobody know.
Nobody know me. I mean, I force them see me and them not see me again. I'm going back in and compete again. And update
Yeah,
the
back in
side.
your lab.
Going back
Judge
in
Good
the
is
lab.
it. Do you believe that the standard of many of these teams will drop off shape after the Christmas season break? What do you think about that, Mr. Boy? After Christmas, I think the more drop off a shape.
I mean, then it comes right back to your team and your coaching staff. You can't get your team members or your charges complacent because you left the season out. So, you know, I mean, you might break camp, but you have to still tell the guys, hey, you still have to keep, keep that mentality right, physically going on. So, I mean, chances are people, if you're not come prepared, people might drop off after the Christmas break. But it's kind of hard to say. It depends on the team and who leading that team. Leadership is a hell of a thing, when it comes to youth. And if you set the right precedents, because remember, a lot of these coaches are like father figures, so to these young gentlemen, right? So I mean, so you have to be on top of them. So to me, that's up to the coaching staff and how you get your team prepared.
Fabian?
It is a tricky question. What I'm thinking about are the teams that started slow and the traditional football teams that have been there before. They know what it takes to win titles. They would have known about the break and they would have factored this into their planning. So I'm sure these so-called big traditional football schools have their plans already laid out for the Christmas break. So these teams that start slow, the Clarendon College, the Cornwall College, the Jamaica College, these teams that seem to have problems, I assume that they would work them out in the Christmas season and they will be a completely different team after the break. So I expect these teams to get better. These are the teams that normally would be in the running for titles over the years. I expect these teams to get better. I'm hoping the underdogs who are here this part of the competition for the first time, I hope they have plans in place to keep their level up. But it comes down to who manage their players better. So who manage their players over the Christmas season better, the structure, and that is why I'm leaning towards the so-called traditional football schools, because majority of the time they have a better management in place to deal with these sort of things. So it might affect the standard, but I expect the standard to be even higher. So they will get better.
All right. So first of all, let me say this. Before me get serious, I have to drop one little piece of joke before me get serious. Me glad say me now play no football and then I've got break for Christmas and then back on it again. Because I can tell you, if me I left camp at £110, me I join back camp at £190. Me I join back camp at £190. Because there's no way me can damn me had na Christmas and this whole of fancy food, big food and big yamins are going and me can partake tonight. And me love my belly so. I love my belly so. I love football, but I love my belly so. So I agree with both of you in regards to management. Now, I don't think it's going to be that difficult because it's not like say school is in full-fledged going on right now where students are all at school and going from school to home. The footballers are actually in camp. They're in their sports bubble, and I think that will remain. I strongly believe that will remain. The sports bubble will remain in place until the end of the season. That's what I think. So I strongly believe that it has a lot to do with even ISA themselves into trying to maintain that sports bubble for the players. So the players, they can stay on campus and still train. Yeah, they do the normal visitation at home, like every possible weekends if they can. But I think we might not have that issue. But me know for sure, say if I'm me, because me live a White House and Charlemont School is right there, so me not go talk, because me know no school kids on this program who play football getting ideas. But me find food a yard somewhere somehow. Just know that me find food a yard. Me not go say me break camp, me never break camp, but me find food a yard. But I'm name food. But I think in regards to what you guys said, management of the players is going to be essential in regards to keeping the players and trying to instill that level of discipline So even if some of the players didn't get the opportunity to go home for them 2 days or then 3 days, then they decide to them go up on a feast. They now go up on a feast and just nyam. Me know if they would go up on a feast. Because I probably not get out of shape. Definitely not get out of shape. Coach that come back on my belly big like a coach one. And that can't work.
Well, you have to keep in mind, I mean, keep in mind that we have never seen a season like this ever before, because we're still in the middle of a pandemic. I mean,
them time the season close off.
Yeah,
first
part of December. Yeah,
family members and all that stuff. So we never seen a season like this. So it's very unique, and I'm sure team is just adapting as they go along. So, I mean, I say kudos to Issa actually making the season happen, because last year was a big disappointment. But people were still sick, and I mean, unfortunately, it's a year where, boy, you just want to forget. I guess schoolboy football, even within the pandemic and going on, I guess it take off a lot of stress from a lot of people. So with that question, I mean, it's still uncharted territory. So we'll see it work when they come back, after the Christmas break.
I think Miss Maureen is speaking to you and said, I'm doing well.
Yeah, man. May I respond to Miss Maureen, man?
Yeah, fans, fans. All right, so basically, we are hitting almost a 2 hour now. As long with you, poopa. We love chatting up, people. We love chatting up.
Yeah.
We love chat. All right, so I'm take one more question now. We'll just take another question.
I think earlier I saw a question about Cornwall College, and I can answer that. I think somebody asked what Cornwall College need, and that's pretty obvious. Cornwall College needs somebody to put the ball in the back of the net. That is what Cornwall College
but
needs.
remember, so when I watch a game, and the amount of opportunities we get, see somebody that says CC just needs to be more clinical in front of goal. I would have thought about it and watch along. So the amount of opportunities we get, and
they just need somebody to put the ball in the back of the net. That's all Cornwall College need right now. They are moving the ball well. I'm not gonna talk about how they are playing. I'm not giving anybody any unfair advantage. I'm sorry.
Unfair advantage.
Yeah, you have to watch that game. I'm not gonna tell you how Cornwall College play. Watch the game, or get it on Sportsmax or CNTV and rewatch it. But they are moving the ball well. They just need to finish. And I'm sure that Dr. Weatherly will work on that in the break, and they are working on that. They're probably working on that right now to finish off the last game against Malden, because you need to be firing on all cylinders moving on to the next round, which is going to be very tough.
I guess we'll put out this question. Anybody you guys want to see on this program? I know tonight I'd ask we're supposed to have a Yardy Sport was supposed to come on tonight, but we have to reach out to him and invite him on next time. Yardy Sport doing a tremendous job with schoolboy football, and we just want to make sure we have to big up the people who cover schoolboy football, because it's not an easy job, and it takes a lot of dedication, if we actually do this on a day in, day out. So we'll get Yardy Sports, and we did have Sean Grant from Class FM was supposed to come on just to talk sports from a media point of view and how, we cover the sports. And then, so if people in the audience want any particular person they want to see on the show, let us know and we get them on.
All right, say the people. So if you have any suggestions who you'd want to see on the show, just drop it in the comment section as we close off. So any final word from you, Mr. Fabian Gunner?
Yeah, I mean, big up again to Mr. Bowen, big up again Military Guna. I'm sure the fans are really loving what you decide to do, bringing schoolboy football, especially those in the diaspora who are not at home, bringing up-to-date information to the fans out there, keeping them close to their school, and it can only get bigger and better. So first, big up to you guys for doing this. Again, big up for inviting me on. You know I love football. Military, I'm always on a channel. And you know I love schoolboy football.
Yes, man.
Turbo, you know I love Cornwall College. So again, just want to big up you guys first. Secondly, a lot of times we give players their kudos, but I have to big up the principals, the vice principals, the management staff at the teams for getting the boys ready, and the competition is running fairly smooth so far. Big up to Issa as well. Big up to Mr. Wellington and all that they are doing to get the competition off and running in a safe way. So far, we haven't had any major issues, and we want to keep it that way. Big up to the coaches of the teams. We have a lot of big coaches in schoolboy football, you know, and that has to do with the quality. We have Dr. Dean Weatherly, we have Donovan Dookie. I mean, we have Vassar Reynolds, we have Anthony Patrick, we have Craig Butler. Understand? So we have a lot of big coaches. We have Neville Bell. We have a lot of big coaches in schoolboy football, and that helps with the
Quality.
with the level of football. And they are also not only coaches but fathers. Remember, a lot of these boys, they don't have anything but football. So we're just glad that football
Lenny Hyde.
is being played. Thank you, Marina. Can't forget about the teacher, Lenny Hyde. So again, we're just happy that schoolboy football is back, and Turbo and Mr. Dakers decided to bring it to you guys from their platform. So that's just for me. So I'll be here until the end of the season.
A military I run things, we just kind of come out of the hole tonight. What happened? So
all right,
kind of staying at the background as usual and do and kind of work. He's a worker bee.
So. Yeah, people, I don't even know that behind any great project, there's always a face, but that face just don't like limelight. But just know that there's always a face behind any great project. So George Gooden
there's
said,
one question.
Goalbuster Sports Note, reach out to him on YouTube. All right.
Yeah, man. Buster, my brethren, man. Share some Buster content. Buster give me permission to use it. So actually, we'll create a page on the website to put some of Buster stuff out there. Buster,
what kind of content? What kind of content? Same schoolboy?
Buster, yeah, man. Buster is a statesman out in St. Elizabeth there. So Buster met Buster a couple of years ago. Start of the season, I think it was the 2018 or 2017 season, and work with Depanem Sports Note. So Buster a good youth, and if we'll get back in YouTube channel and share good stuff. Interview some coaches and players.
Yeah, we started that already. We're going to bring on some more of them. We had some players, current players, and we did one former player. We had a coach on just the same, so we're trying to get. We will have some more.
2-time Coach Parchment come on a few times. Coach Lambert come on as well. Who else? I think those are the two. But
yeah, we had coaches.
All right, so I think that is it. So
before we go, somebody asked, will championship be keep this year? As far as I know, based on what the rules say, it's gonna be bigger held. But of course, it's a reduced format. I think the top 4 teams in both leagues will compete against that. So don't quote me on that, but check the rules on the website. It's all there, and you'll see they break that down regarding the All-Ireland Champions Cup.
So people, as Mr. Bowen said, go and check out the website and you'll definitely see. He said from what he has seen, it's supposed to take place. So 9 o'clock on the dot, Jamaican time. You know, said the 2 panelists and they're far away. But thank you very much, panelists, Mr. Bowen, Fabian. Really enjoyed the chat. One thing I know, I love discussion with Fabian and Mr. Bowen. I love talking with you as well. This was a really good show. Hopefully, it was very informative for everybody in the comment section. People don't laugh off of me. I saw me go on. I'm mad. Passionate about football. Very, very passionate. And you can feel it. Or me always enthused as in turn up. Buck. It buck, you see me? And that's awesome. You know what people. And even though the amount of people reach out to me in regards to these type of things, because you feel energy. You can feel energy. And energy, we say. Schoolboy football. As I said, people, see you guys again when Charlemo go through the next one. Didn't win DaCosta Cup or William Niv and Katie will bank up. So see you until the next show. And hopefully they win it by then until the next show. So see you guys again. So good night, people. Have a very, very good night. And Marie said enough chatting go on, All right, big up. Massive respect. And I see you guys again. We are out.
All right. Yeah, man. Blessings.